What up, my people? It's your boy Leo. I'm here with Ray, and welcome to another episode of Roll Up and Wrestle. Don't forget, we will be live tonight at 10 p.m. with reviews of AEW and NXT. But for now, enjoy the show.
All right. Uh, I wanted to make this first part serious. Shad's body was found off the coast of, I think they said, I think it's Venice Beach, I believe it's called. But nevertheless, they did find his body. They still found him with his shorts on. So our prayers to his family. Uh, we grew up watching Crime Time as part of that tag team division early in the days. Uh, I I grew to like them. I connected with them due to the fact that they were said to be from Brooklyn, New York, and they had that whole Brooklyn mentality. Shad wrestled in boots and Tims. I thought that was really unique and cool because that's something you would do if you're from Brooklyn. The whole Tim gimmick.
Tim's in a Yankee hat.
Yeah, Tim's in a Yankee hat. That's what they did. Tim's Yankee hat, saggy pants. They were good. He was good. He went on. He wanted to do acting. He had a few cameo appearances in TV shows. But our prayers to the family.
Yeah, definitely.
And may his soul rest in peace now. Now on to the news and on to other stuff. And hopefully I can lighten the mood up just a bit. First things first, WWE still planning on doing their pay-per-views as planned. Clash of Champions September 20th in Newark. Hell in a Cell October 18th in Atlanta. And the Saudi Arabia show on November 5th. Survivor Series is the 22nd of November in Dallas. And TLC December 20th in Chicago. First thing first, I see none of these shows happening. In any of these places. I can see Hell in a Cell in Atlanta because Georgia also opened up with Florida.
Right.
So I can see that happening. And everything else, well, good luck.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. Performance Center for all of them.
For most of them, I think there will be, just like I said, just probably one to Hell in a Cell in Georgia, but we will have to wait and see, find out later on. But as things are currently now, it's hard to predict the future, but just seeing the timeline of everything, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. That's just, I guess, our thoughts, our opinion on it.
I mean, the way it's looking, that's how it's going to be. We don't know when this thing's going to end. They always telling us different, but the way it's looking, might as well just go, yeah, the end of the year.
Yeah. Also, despite the push for Drake Maverick of late, WWE still says, or there are still signs that are saying WWE is done with him. So, this is Drake Maverick's last dance. His last dance, as you can call it now. I guess that's what everyone's going to be calling it now.
Yeah, it's against a good wrestler. Fighting Kushida.
Yeah, it's fighting Kushida. It should be phenomenal. Kushida should pick up the windfall. I did say I kind of saw Drake kind of picking up the win to make it a three-way tie. To have a triple threat match right before TakeOver. So that way you can do the finals there. Plus it adds another week of television. You have another match for television for next week. You ain't got to really do much.
Right. Yeah, but he's done.
Yeah, it seems like he's done. Also, Charlotte is to be presented to be a star. Not a face, not a heel, but a star.
I'm tired of her already. So tired of her. She needs to just be a women's champion is all she needs to do. I don't mind that invitational stuff, but putting her on all three shows, now you're just like overusing the value. Like just keep her on one show so that way that's the show that you can see her if you're desperately in the mood to see her. But I mean, they can go for it. She is their biggest women's star, accolade-wise and everything. So I guess we'll see. They're looking. Obviously, they need another top women's star now. Becky's gone, so now Charlotte maybe they could try to do it with while Becky's gone. There's no other female I can think of. Bailey can't do it. Sasha's not in the championship hunt, and Oscar's Oscar. They're not gonna. Oscar markets her own stuff.
Oscar markets his own stuff. It's so funny.
Well, that's what makes her unique. That's why everyone likes her.
Yeah, very true.
But Charlotte, but at this point, man, I'm used to it. I'm used to all it. She's a 12-time women's champ already, and all that. So it's whatever. If they want to make her a star, like, I guess go for it. She has the looks.
Yeah, does have the looks. Does have the. She definitely
has everything.
She has everything. She even has the last name, for crying out loud.
She has
right?
everything.
She has everything. It's just I think she's being overexposed.
Yeah.
I think seeing her 3 times a week is a little too much for my liking. Especially when Raw's 3 hours, then we have NXT for 2 hours, and then SmackDown for another 2. I think it's a little too much for me. Can I see her maybe twice a week? I'll take twice a week.
Well, it's going to be twice a week because you're only going to do the Invitational 4 times.
Yeah.
And after Friday will be her second time, so you won't see her on SmackDown for a while because she'll only have 2 more to do.
Yeah, so I hope it would be good. I hope it'd be nice and fun.
I mean, whenever she loses the NXT Women's title, she'll go back to just being on Raw. That's all it is, basically. She's only on NXT because she's the champion.
Yeah.
She's still active on the Raw roster.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Well, it'll be fun. It'll be all right. Okay, so there goes for that. Also, Ember Moon potentially having a career-ending injury with the Achilles tear. As we know, Kobe had the Achilles tear in his career. Didn't turn out to be too well later on in his career. That's what kind of ended him, was that one injury. Trying to figure out, I know there's been a couple Achilles tears in the NFL that their career haven't turned out too well neither after that.
Yeah, but for Ember Moon, it sucks because most of her moveset involves her leg and jumping and, like, she does high-flying moves, especially with her finisher, the Eclipse. It's sad to hear because she was a great in-ring talent, potential star that they were building up. It sucks. It sucks to hear that.
Yeah, she said she caught the injury on a 24/7 segment where she was chasing, I think R-Truth at the time was the champ, and they came down the ramp running along and chasing him, and that she planted her foot, and all she heard was a pop. And that was in September of last year. I'm not saying it's the end of her career. With rehab and a good medical staff, and hopefully it was a good, successful surgery, that she can come back. She just, just take your time, don't rush it, go slow. You have the skill set to be a star. Yes, this takes time out of the ring and away from your career, but you'll be thankful in the long run if you don't rush it back.
I agree. She has the talent, so hopefully she takes her time and she decides to continue the wrestling career. I know an injury like that, you start having a whole lot of doubts and should I do this? Second time around, if I tear it might be worse. So it's a tough decision, but hopefully she makes the right one, whether it's to go back or not. Her choice. I would love to see her back in the ring. She has the potential to be champion.
I do miss her though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss her in-ring work.
Yeah, she was
that
good.
that Eclipse was,
especially in the NXT time.
That Eclipse was really something special.
She was good.
Yeah, she was.
She had that one spot at Money in the Bank.
I still think she should have beaten Asuka though.
I thought that was the plan.
I'm just gonna be honest. She should have beaten Asuka.
I thought that was the plan. I thought that's how they were going to build the next women's star for NXT. But of course, Charlotte had to get it.
It's alright. It happens.
Well, hopefully we see Ember back.
Hopefully. I'm really looking forward to it. Also, more WWE news. Rusev and others can't sign anywhere until July 15th after their 90 days is up. Also, that on April 15th, they received a text message saying to call the office so the office can let them know that they were released.
Wow. That's so messed.
Some messed up things WWE does when they release people. They'll FedEx your papers on your wedding day. They'll send you a text to let you know that you're being released. They'll tell you to call the office so they can tell you you're being released. Like, they can't just do this like, hey, can you come down to the office so we can have a conversation? No.
It's like they say, man, it's a cruel world, man.
It definitely is a cruel world out there, especially what we're going through, and that's how you want to treat them, and that's how you want to, release them. Like, damn, no type of respect whatsoever.
That's Vin though.
Yep, that is definitely Vin. Paul Heyman seems to have pushed for the word wrestling to be used a lot more often. As we all know, wrestling was a banned term in WWE. Vince hates that word.
Orton even talked about it on Monday. He said, I know we don't hear this word a lot around here, but a wrestling match is what's needed between me and Edge.
Yeah, so it seems like Paul has pushed for that word. Also, another word I've realized that they use was tournament. You don't hear tournament often in WWE. It's very rare you hear that word going on. It's always either the Cruiserweight Classic, the 205 Live tournament that they have, the King of the Ring. They don't say the King of the Ring tournament. They just say King of the Ring. So it's fun to see that they have that. It's fun to see that they're able to use some banned words that we know are ridiculous and should be used.
Well, the wrestling one, it's about time because like back to what Orton said in his promo on Monday. He said, the company's name does involve wrestling. It's not just entertainment. It does say World Wrestling Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, by the way, that promo in particular, they just built so much into it. Like, they hyped up the word wrestling. They both mentioned the Intercontinental title. Like saying like we've each had the Intercontinental title and its prestige and all that. So I kind of like that both of them did that for each word, like give it its value and stuff. Especially for the wrestling part, because it's about time. Like Vince gave in and go, we also do wrestling. Especially at this time where there's no crowd. It's like,
yeah, what entertainment are you gonna give us?
Exactly.
what's the entertainment? How are you gonna call this entertainment now?
This is pure wrestling. So it's like now you really could see who in the WWE can really wrestle and maintain a match and stuff. So this is perfect. That's why I've always said this is perfect right now.
Yeah, Big Show also talked about how this no crowd thing is gonna help the younger wrestlers that are there, and it's gonna teach them how to wrestle for the TV crowd, since there's no one there, and that when fans do come back, they're gonna appreciate them more and try to give them their best instead of just being lazy about it.
Because it must be hard for everyone to even do a match right now, like with no excitement or reaction. Like you can't figure out if the fans like your match or not. You just gotta go by your talent with the other person.
Well, so. Kofi put it best. He said that even though there was no fans in that triple threat match he had at that WrestleMania, that he still felt like they had a great match because he could feel the excitement as if there was a crowd there. So that's the veteranness of Kofi.
Well, yeah, if you have that mindset, then by all means you're gonna do exactly what the people will expect when they bought the tickets and stuff.
Yeah. So that being said, then that means you should know how to work. And Kofi put it simple, because he's a vet. So if you don't have that, then you're not in it for the right reasons.
Definitely, I agree with him.
So that's how I see it. Vince is trying to buy the XFL from bankruptcy, apparently.
What?
Yeah. So his plan was that he was going to put it on bankruptcy, so he doesn't have to pay it out during this whole coronavirus. He's not running operations, so he can buy it and then keep it on the shelf until fans are allowed back into stands, and then I guess he's going to redo the XFL again.
So it sounds like a smart move after all.
Like I said, the XFL, to me, the XFL was successful. They had new concepts. They had different ideas to help the game move along faster. It helped. They had that whole the challenge guy in the sky, I guess.
Right.
I forgot what it was called. But I like that idea a lot. If a flag was called, the guy could you got the call right. He did that in 2 seconds and never slowed down the game. If a challenge was called for, he was the one reviewing the plays and stuff, and he understands. He's a ref who understands the game better than anyone that's on the field, and he can see it better. He was always able to rewind and zoom in and zoom out if he needed to, move at slow motion to get the call correct. I thought the XFL was a good success for what it was. 200,000 viewers a week is pretty good, even though they're on like major channels. But for a spring football league, it was good football.
Yeah, I agree, especially with people you don't know, or maybe a few people, but not talented enough to make they were in the league but never played.
Yeah, not all the quarterbacks were great. Not all the quarterbacks were top class quarterbacks. But there are some quarterbacks who are playing for a job, and you can see their passion. You can see how they were good.
Like the XFL is gonna succeed on product.
Yeah.
Like the marketing, everyone knows is gonna be there because they're on the big time channels.
Mm-hmm.
The product has to match it.
Yeah.
So if you're doing those type of numbers to begin with, all right, now it's all right, we could do more. Because now people will be we bring it back, people will be interested in doing this. Look, there is something other than the NFL. Yeah,
and some people did get signed out from the XFL again.
And you still get to play in NFL stadiums.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's still a dream to play in these stadiums, but just not in the NFL. But who knows? Like you said, NFL does look at these games. So if they see that you got some talent, they'll take you.
Mm-hmm. So I think Vince... I can understand why people would be mad at it for the simple fact is, he put bankruptcy, no one's working, he doesn't have to pay anybody out, he doesn't have to pay anybody's contracts and all. But I understand the business aspect of it. So I can agree with the business aspect of this.
Same here, yeah. If you're gonna bring it back, might as well.
If you're doing it this way, and you're not trying to keep, and you're just trying to keep the XFL name to keep it for you because you don't want no one else to make it a success, and you're being grimy and you're just gonna keep it on the shelf, then that's really bad. But if you're gonna try to run it back again when their fans are allowed back in the stands,
no Vince, he's never gonna let it go.
That's what I'm saying. If that's what the outcome is, then this looks bad. In the long run, it will look bad.
Right.
But if he makes an attempt, a third attempt to bring it back, it won't look and it won't sound so bad of what he did.
I agree.
It all depends on Vince's follow-up from here on out. All right, moving on from WWE on to Stardom. Stardom's women champion, Ariza Hokushi. I guess that's Hoshiki. I'm sorry, I'm butchering these names. I'm really bad with these Japanese names. I'm going to learn how to pronounce them. I really am. Retires at 24 years old.
Wow.
She says that due to neck and head injuries, it forced her to retire sooner than she ever wanted to. She said, due to this pandemic, she wasn't able to do it in the ring, and she had to do it via Twitter and stuff. So it looks like that she's retired, and we all know Stardom is the
developmental center of women's wrestling.
Developmental center of women's wrestling, especially for WWE. They just seem to love to take people out from Stardom. You went to Stardom? We're signing you. You went to Stardom? We're signing you. How long was you in Stardom for? A week? We're signing you.
Hey, it turns out to be good.
Yeah, Asuka, Io Shirai. Who else I'm missing? Io, Asuka, Kairi Sane Tony Storm came from there. Uh, a lot of good women wrestlers came from Stardom, and I do believe that if you are a woman wrestler starting up and you're in the indies and you're kind of like a little lost on where to go, I would suggest going to Stardom. Stardom will definitely help you develop your craft in the ring. There's a lot of good women workers in there.
Well, that's what they're mostly about. They're all about the product, like the wrestling.
They're all about the wrestling, and then you can always work on your mic skills by yourself as long as you understand who your character is.
Right.
So once you understand that, then yeah, Stardom is the place to go. But it sucks for her to have retired.
Wow, 24.
24 years old. Next best woman wrestler in the world, I believe.
Probably. That young as champion, definitely.
Yeah, she had some really great matches over there the last couple years. Sad to say goodbye to her, but due to injuries, we all understand. Health comes before anything.
At that young age, especially, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be 30 and then
the neck is not in a mess with.
Yeah, and being crippled. It's not fun. Last but not least, Sammy Guevara says even though he had to see a doctor for his injuries and Matt nearly killed him twice, that he's going to carry Matt Hardy to a great match tonight.
It should be a good match. Matt Hardy, the experienced one. Guevara's shown he could hang with everyone, especially the match he had with Kenny not too long ago. So, yeah, it should be a good match. It's the go-home show, too, so I have a feeling they're going to do. It's going to be probably a good episode for AEW to boost it up for Saturday. Oh, yeah, so maybe what else they got? They probably Cody and...
Well, they're doing the Arn Anderson and Jake Roberts promo on each. They're doing the in-ring promo. That's all it is. It's an in-ring promo, so I'm excited to hear that. I get it. No one wants to see the old guys wrestle, but everyone loves seeing the old guys. But I also respect the old guys' mic skills. I think that's one asset that can never go away.
Well, it's a nice, different way to build up the match for Saturday. Because obviously, since they're going to be both in the corners of each competitor, so should be a good one. Because they're both good on the mic. Arn got that little nice tone, serious thing, and then Jake's just insane with his mic work. So should be good. Obviously, the two men are going to probably pop out, Cody and
Jake. Havoc.
What's his name?
Wow, Lance. Lance Archer.
Lance Archer, sorry. Sorry, I'm out of it. But yeah, it's going to be good.
Riding the clouds a little too much there, buddy?
Always. Always.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm just trying to look for the last... Okay, I got him. The last AEW rankings before the go-home show and before the big pay-per-view. So I just want to get your idea on it and what you think about it. Jon Moxley's 10-0 as champion. Cody's the number one contender at 9-1. Lance Archer's strong 2 at 5-0. Brody Lee, who will be challenging Moxley this Saturday for the title, is also 5-0, sitting in that 3 spot. Kenny Omega, looking strong at number 4, being the big 4-0, even though he is the tag team champion. I like that they have him up there as well. And also Darby Allin at 6-3, the little quiet kid that seems to have this big cult following all of a sudden ever since that match with Cody that he took him to a draw.
Yeah, this is stupid. Pretty stupid.
Why?
Jake Hager has 1 loss. Why he's not number 5?
I have no idea. It's a very good question.
His only loss is to the champ.
Yes, that's a very good question.
Darby's always he's either fighting on dark or regular matches and losing, and he's number 5. I get that people like him and stuff, but Hager should be number 5. He only has 1 loss. You're basically showing Darby Allin at 5 at 6-3 that everyone else has a worse record than him. If you're gonna go by numbers, that's how they're gonna go by rankings. You're gonna go by these records. You're basically saying that at number 5 with Darby Allin at 6-3, that the next person is either 5-4 or less, is what you're saying, or maybe a few that have the same record as him.
Yeah, with Jake. Yeah, you're right. Jake Hager
has one loss.
Yeah,
to the champ.
He should be up there.
Besides that, the list is good, cool. I like it. The right people are up there, but that's the only one. If they're trying to build Darby, then I totally understand.
I guess Darby's wins are more meaningful than Jake Hager's wins, because Jake Hager just squashed a bunch of people.
Yeah,
Darby.
But what wasn't the whole ranking thing for them? Is about wins and losses.
Yeah.
There's no specific win like, oh, you have a squash win or you have a hard fought win. No, it's just wins and losses. And Hager has one loss and is not in the top 5.
Valid point. Yeah, I agree. Valid point.
But I totally understand they're trying to build up Darby, so by all means.
Moving on to the women's division.
Do we have to?
We do. Unfortunately, we do. We have to give them their respect. We do. Nyla Rose sitting at champion on 5-1. Hikaru Shida 9-1, sitting as the number 1 contender. She'll also be fighting Nyla on Saturday for the title. Chris Statlander is 3-4 at the number 2 spot. Number 3 is Dr. Britt Baker with a 4-4 record. Yuka Sawazaki is 1-1 at number 4, and Rio is sitting at number 5, the first ever AEW's Women's Champion at 3-3.
Sheesh.
Women's division is a little chaotic. It's a little chaotic.
So
they have 2 stable women at right now.
The way it
sounds.
The way it sounds is that the champion and the number 1 contender should feud all the way to August, to the next pay-per-view. If records are like that. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's a little tough for the women's division of AEW.
If you see in Britt Baker's record like that, and she's getting all these pyros and stuff, how do you take someone like that supposed to be your face of the of the division?
The role model. She's the role model. She's calling herself the role model.
No.
She's calling herself the role model.
The role model's fine on Fridays. That's one of the highlights of Fridays when she's on. But how am I like as a fan? Like, you know, I don't watch the episodes. I do the NXT. You do the other brand, but how am I supposed to, like, you telling me those records, and I'm supposed to go, okay, let's hear this women's division. Let's see let's see the improvement. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I know Britt Baker was the one that they were going to promote big time. And she's only 500 record. Like, how am I supposed to believe she's going to be the next thing? At least give her, like, a nice, like, 6-2. Something like that, 5-3. Make it reasonable, like she's a winner.
Yeah, I think they need to start. I think they were just trying to throw things at the beginning of the year. They were trying to figure out what to do.
That's another bad thing to do.
They were just trying to throw things at the wall and see what stuck.
Like, I understand you're a new company, you're trying to make new stars. But if you're just gonna throw everyone out there, like, hey, you used to fight 2 greens, nothing like no chemistry like that. Go in the ring, and it's like, yikes. And then you go to, obviously you're gonna, bless yourself going to watch a.
What I thought what they were gonna do, me personally, what I thought they were gonna do, and I thought this was a good idea for them to do it, was they're gonna take the DDT women and have them go up against the AEW women. So that way the AEW women can learn from the DDT women, who are great workers. They're all great workers. All them DDT women, all them girls, they're all great workers. I will never knock their craft. In-ring performers, they are amazing. Every single one of them. Nothing's wrong. I don't see, it's hard for me to critique them of their in-ring work. Promo-wise, all right. We can always sit there and we could just talk back and forth about their promo work. But wrestling-wise, they're there. So I figured if you put the DDT women with the AEW women can help the DDT women with their promo work, and the DDT women can help the AEW women on their in-ring work. So you have your green girls on both sides of the ring, but one excels in one trait than the other. So they both can elevate each other to move up. But when I look at it and I'm really staring at it, it's like, it sounds good, but
do they have the talent?
That's the thing. The AEW women are just so green in the ring that they need time. They need a lot of time. They're not only doing any time, they need matches. They need a lot of matches. They need to be able to work. They need to be able to put in 12-minute matches. Not saying per night, but, at least maybe 2 or 3 per week. Maybe that might help them.
One show a week.
Well, they also do the AEW Dark.
Okay.
So I understand that. So you can get your 2 matches per week. Maybe you get your 1 match per week. But they need to do something to help these women develop, because this women's division, there's 2 great there's 2 good workers there's a lot of good workers, but I can't connect. I can connect with Nyla. I get Nyla. I get who Nyla is. I got that. She's the beast of the division. I'm cool with that. If you want to throw an Awesome Kong later in to have, to re-spark that rivalry, I'm cool with that. Hikaru Shida is probably one of the best women workers in the world. I'm cool with her being the number 1 contender. I'm fine with that. I like the matchup. It's going to help Nyla become a better performer in the ring, and Shida's just going to show why she's probably considered one of the best women wrestlers in the world. But then after that, it's like you get to like a bunch of confusion. Like Britt is so good on the mic, but she's still so green in the ring.
But they build her up as
the next things. But how can I see her as the next thing? Like maybe her and Rio could feud, have that feud going on, because Rio, even though she's like, she is lightweight, she is small, but she's still really good in the ring. She still does things where I'm like, all right, I can believe you. Maybe have them 2 go at it so Britt can learn from her, and then Britt can just move on to Yuka Shakaru and then learn from her, and then eventually get up there, and then you can do the same thing with Chris Statlander. She's good. She has potential. Her gimmick is a little weird. She's an alien. All right, cool. I can dig that. You want to be an alien? You be an alien, girl. That's cool by me.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. If you want to believe you're an alien, then cool. You can believe you're an alien. I know you're not an alien, but I'm gonna let you believe you're an alien to see where you go with it, to see how much fun this is gonna go. If you start doing some weird, wacky things that you can teleport from one place to another because your spaceship picks you up, all right, I'm done. I will cut loose at that moment and be done. But she's fun. She's fun to watch, and she's athletic.
Do you feel the pressure of what WWE brings to the table for their women's division?
I so do.
That they try to they try in their best to just rush to make these stars happen.
I don't think they're rushing. I just think they're a little. I just think they're confused. I think they don't really have a clear-cut direction on how to start building the women's stars. Because if you go back to the men's section, it's like, all right, everyone knows who Jon Moxley is, Cody, Lance Archer, Brody Lee, Kenny Omega, and I'll throw in Darby for now. Those top 6 names. Darby got over because he went to a draw with Cody. Cody was already big. Cody was big from before anything. He had a household name. Kenny, we all know, the real hardcore fans know where Kenny's from. Kenny's supposed to be this golden child that everyone's talking about, the golden goose. And we have yet to see the golden goose come out, but everyone's watching, waiting for it to happen. So he's a big star. Brody Lee, we all know where he came from. He has a household name coming in. Lance Archer, we all know he's this monster among men. He is a monster among men. I think he's better than Braun Strowman.
No, definitely.
The Lance is better than Braun Strowman, but Lance is being portrayed as this monster. He's bigger than everybody, stronger than everybody. They portray that on AEW TV really well, and even in New Japan, his work showed that he was a brute. So him coming over, it's like, all right, I can get behind you. I know who you are. You have a name. Cody's going to be Cody, and then John is John. Moxley is just Moxley. But over here in the women's division, it's like, all right, what are we doing here? Who we got?
That's why I understand that, Charlotte gives you ratings, but I always felt like, why? You don't need the belt. It's not like AEW is hitting you with strong women action. Not right now, but so hopefully soon they develop into a good one. But it's like you don't need to put the belt on someone like Charlotte in this type of situation. Like, they're trying to grow their division. Like, you have all the potential women on your side of the field. On Wednesday, you have all the good ones. Matter of fact, you could take 10 of them NXT women and throw them in AEW, and you get yourself a good fighting chance. Because you have some of the women who are the talented ones, and you can put them over there. You think about it. Right now, you could take 10 of these NXT women, throw them in AEW, and people are going to start appreciating that women's division.
Yeah, because they have they got the star power. That's the thing. They have the star power. AEW's women don't have the star power. I'm still, like I said, I'm still waiting. Like I told you long before, once AEW started.
No, but I already knew from the get.
So did I. So I said it too. I said it too from the beginning.
That's WWE's best thing.
That's what WWE got best right now is their women's division. I said it too. I said AEW's women's division is going to be a fight to the end.
They know what they're doing for some odd reason. They just know exactly what to do with the women's side of things. Like, they know who to give the belt to, when.
Except for the whole Charlotte situation, but I think that's Vince's call.
Yeah, that's just Vince. But I'm talking about like Vince's call. Bailey holding the belt for this long. That I'm totally cool with it. I don't know
to have Sasha come in.
To have Sasha take it right out of her hands.
The best friend move, yeah.
It's perfect.
It is perfect. Just, oh man, this AEW women's division is tough. It's tough, but they give good matches. I'm not taking that away from them. They do produce good matches. It's just.
Well, I'll be excited because I'm gonna finally watch me some AEW this Saturday.
Oh yes.
So I get to see it for myself. Since I get the good stuff of the women's wrestling. I can. I appreciate when I see Dakota Kai on Wednesdays, and I'm like, I can imagine what Ray's watching right now. Like, Ray's probably like, progress. Lean over. Damn, he's watching Tegan Knox, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, and you're just like, those are 3 champions. If I bring up the AEW, I can take all 3 of them right now. Like, you girls want to fight for the title? Triple threat? Let's get it going. But, I'll see. I'll have my own rankings. I'm going to do my own rankings after the show. When we get on live Saturday for the reaction, I'm going to have my own personal rankings after watching one pay-per-view event. I'll have my official rankings. I'll show them how to do it. I don't know about this division. I might have to do my studying on the records going on here. Because right now, the women's division just looks like the champions making the playoffs. The number 1 seed's got a better record than the champ. And the rest of them are just fighting their way to get in. Last minute hope.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Hopefully.
We will see. Last but not least, the tag team division.
Yes.
Adam Page and Kenny holding it down as champions with a 6-0 record.
Okay.
The best friends, Trent and Chucky T, or Chuck Taylor, at 7-3. Yeah. The number 2 guys are the Dark Order with Evil Uno and
the Dorks.
Dark Order, Evil Uno and Stu Grayson at 5-0. Private Party with Isaiah Cassidy and Mark. I can't really see. Hold on. Mark Quinn at 4-1. The Young Bucks, everyone knows, Matt and Nick Jackson at 2-2. And Jurassic Express with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus sitting at a 3-1 record to round out number 5. That tag division is looking strong.
Where's the Lucha Brothers?
The Lucha Brothers haven't really wrestled since they made that whole the Death Triangle with Pac.
Okay. All right.
But remember, coronavirus kicked in.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, don't do the world title. Don't do that.
But think about if the Lucha Brothers were wrestling if we didn't have the coronavirus. They would definitely have to be on this list.
I broke it down to you before the show. The Dorks are gonna take the tag titles from Hangman and Kenny.
Okay.
That's when Hangman will fake like he's going to join the Dorks and then attack Kenny, cost him the belts. Then they have their feud. And then Jungle Book and Jurassic Park are going to beat the
Disney movies?
The Disney.
That's what you called them, right?
Yeah, but I don't know the Disney movies, each one. But Jungle Book and Jurassic Park will beat the Dorks for the tag titles after. But the division's strong. I like how they made the tag team division a strong unit. Obviously, Kenny helped big time. Young Bucks obviously were the stallions of it when they first started. Private Party, you told me to watch. I started to like them. Each team brings their own unique style. You still have SCU out there. So the tag team division is strong. They did good with this one. They did good. I just don't see where Lucha Brothers are at from this picture, but kids love movies and stuff, so you gotta put them in the...
Again, they haven't wrestled since they got together.
All right. Okay, I get it. I got it.
Well, how am I supposed to put you guys up there? I don't want to know record.
That's an undefeated record right now.
I would have to go back. I have to go back and see what their actual record is.
That's what I think the tag team division is going to be shaped up with. That's how I see it.
Hey, the tag division is looking real strong. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a lot better than what you guys got going on over there.
Who?
NXT.
Are you kidding me? You see who our tag champs are?
After Imperium, who else you got besides Undisputed Era?
You got Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne when this pandemic is over. And then you got those two Samoans that came out before they hit Matt Riddle.
Oh, I forgot about those guys.
Yeah,
where the hell have they been?
I don't know.
What happened with that?
But I don't know no other face tag teams in the NXT. I really don't. But we'll see.
We will definitely see.
But Imperium is right up there with Hangman and Kenny with tag titles.
Yeah. So that's it. Are you excited for tonight?
Yeah, after you told me that the $1 million of NXT is starting the show tonight. So they're gonna start off right. Since you guys got your go home show, Triple H and Vince probably decided, yeah, let's throw the $1 million right away.
Yeah, probably.
Let's throw Karrion's entrance out there one more time for people to see. And I mean, I guess it's probably to build them up and to start the takeover. He has to find that takeover.
Yeah, he has to. I think he has to. I think he definitely has to.
But I'm with it. I like it.
All right. I'm excited to see the go home show tonight of Dynamite. Hopefully there's a little surprise maybe in store for the go home show tonight. I don't know.
I doubt it.
I mean, I would like it to build up. You know, you got to build up the tension going into it. Maybe. I hope they don't do a WWE move where the heel gets the last laugh on the go home show and then the face wins on the pay-per-view. I don't want to see that. That's a WWE move of its finest. That's WWE's finest move to do. That's what they love to do.
It's basic and simple. Just get it out the way. That's it. Get everyone set for the pay-per-view.
I just want AEW to throw curveballs and keep me entertained and be like, wow, I didn't expect that. That's good. That's a good job.
I mean, you might get something crazy because obviously they're having that Stampede match.
Yes, we have so
you might get a preview of that.
Yeah, but we could break down AEW's Double or Nothing card at later tonight when we are live.
Yes, sir.
At 10 p.m. All right, guys. That's all the time we have for you today. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, comments, want to correct us, negative or positive, it doesn't matter. We're Brooklyn boys. We got tough skin. I'd like to thank you guys for your support. And always remember, it's never a bad thing for a roll-up in wrestling.